welcome to Chapter 2 Club, Smart Women's Guide to Breakups and Everything After. Today, I'm here with Storey Jones, who is the founder of dtour.life, which is the first divorce management platform to bring innovation and technology to an outdated system. And today, she's going to be talking about how to prepare for your initial consult with a divorce attorney. Hello, Storey, welcome.
Hi, Malinee. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Let's jump right in.
Terrific. I love this question, Malinee, because it gives me a chance to step back and help deconstruct the divorce process, which really is part of shifting the experience for everyone. When we go in and consult with a divorce attorney, we are, in most cases, paying a lot of money to obtain legal advice. What we are fundamentally asking is, how does family law in my state apply to my family and financial facts? But the fuzzier the facts, the less substantive the advice. So I think one of the mistakes we often make is we go rushing to a divorce lawyer and ask for advice, but we don't really have enough of the facts to tell them. So what happens is you're sitting in a consult and you'll say, well, you know, we own a house and I think the mortgage is X, but I'm not sure if I'm on title, or I have a profit sharing account, but I don't remember how much was in it when we got married, or I know there's a bonus, but I don't know how much. So we're throwing out kind of financial basics, but we don't actually have the specificity. And that turns an initial consult into a conversation with a lot of generalities. And I love paying divorce professionals for their experience, their wisdom, their advice. But what often happens is you walk out and you don't even really remember what was said, and you don't have a clear path forward. And when we go meet with an attorney, we want to walk out having more answers than when we went in. So one of the things I recommend so strongly is that we understand that if this is our divorce and we want to quarterback it, and we want to be more prepared and more informed. So if we go in with a roadmap of all of the facts, as many as you have access to, you might not have access to everything, I understand that, and you don't have to do a complete autopsy of your financial and family facts and background, but some high-level information so that you can have a very constructive and valuable hour with your attorney. So I have three main tips for your audience. One is, there's no reason to rush to do a divorce attorney. Nothing is going to happen quickly. And so whenever possible, I actually recommend you start with a divorce financial expert. There's a certification called CDFA, Certified Divorce Financial Analyst. And they are an emerging profession and so valuable now because they are the ones that can help you assemble what I call kind of a financial roadmap. And they will help you piece together and build a financial narrative. Because really what we're doing when we're consulting with an attorney is we're saying, I'm unwinding my contract, and here are all the pieces of this contract. So how do I unwind this? So if you start by understanding some of the fundamental financials and provide that roadmap to an attorney, then when you're sitting there, you're getting more information back that you can actually form an action plan with. So I very much recommend that. And when you go in with that financial roadmap, you would also prepare a one-pager of just names and dates, you know, when you were married, your children, their ages, some of the basics. It sounds maybe very pedestrian, but what happens in initial consult is the lawyer's just trying to get to know you. So they'll ask you where you live, how many kids do you have, what are their ages, where are they in school, do you have a retirement account? And what happens is you've spent the entire hour and all you've done is you've provided them with information, and you actually haven't extracted some really important feedback. And walking out after writing a check for that hour and not knowing what to do next, I find so debilitating. So that is really, I think, the most important advice is to be prepared. And again, many times we don't have access to the universe of financials, but you have enough to piece something together. The second thing that I think is very important is, don't go alone to a divorce consult. I think it is the equivalent of getting a cancer diagnosis. And I think we forget, and sometimes divorce professionals forget because they do it all day long, that when you're walking in there, you often are terrified, or you're angry, or there's some emotion that is dominating the fact that you are now sitting in an office or on Zoom getting advice about a divorce. And sometimes we spin and we forget to ask questions and we're not focused. So having someone with you, a best friend, a sibling, someone you can trust, who can help ask questions that you might forget to ask, or frankly, take notes so that they can provide some feedback to you when you walk out and have someone to talk to about what you just heard. And then the third thing is, and this is also very important, get a second opinion. You may walk out after meeting an attorney and you may have loved them and just find they made you feel great and you're done and you're ready to hire them. I know it can be expensive to have a second consult or maybe even a third, but I cannot stress how important it is, because hearing someone else's perspective can confirm that was the right choice. It might simply add some other thinking to it, or it might shift and you might realize, as much as you like that first lawyer, this one is a better fit for your family. So I always advise that. What's really important here as part of preparing for a consult is to think about how to quarterback this divorce. This is your divorce. This shouldn't happen to you. The professional you hire is not going to take care of it for you. So it's really important to be prepared, to show up, and to partner with your professional to provide what they need in order to be a great professional, establish that working relationship up front, and then feel, I'm a little tired of the word empowerment. I think we're tending to overuse it, but the truth is feeling a little more empowered that you are equipped and you can handle this process that is about to unfold.
Great. These are wonderful tips. I certainly wish I had done all this when I had my divorce, but these are wonderful insights for our audience out there, and we really appreciate you giving these to us. And people can find more information about dtour.life on your website, which is dtour.life. And our audience can find out more information on our website at chapter2club.com. And I will have a link to dtour.life underneath this video, along with some additional information about you, Storey. So thank you so much, and we will see you next time.
Terrific, Malinee. Thank you.